Donald Trump delivered another one of his Truth Social diatribes, and I want to walk through it with you now. These are short video speeches, I guess, or remarks that he posts on various subjects at various times, always unhinged, always very far from anything resembling the truth, and today is no exception. This one is him hilariously attempting to project his wrongdoing onto Biden, saying that the investigation into his mishandling of classified documents and obstruction during that process is nothing. He did nothing. But Biden actually obstructed, which is quite the masterful way, I guess, to portray yourself as innocent. Just say, no, he did it. In reality, Biden did indeed mishandle classified documents, it seems. That's being investigated. But upon discovering them, he immediately and voluntarily turned them over to federal authorities. Whereas with Trump, he refused to turn the documents over for months and had his lawyers lie to federal authorities on sworn statements saying they didn't have the documents when they did, and didn't turn over the documents until they were involuntarily taken through a raid by the FBI. Equating the two situations at all is rather disingenuous, but that's what Trump's going to try to do in this rather detached from reality rant. Take a look.
Absolutely true. Biden is guilty of obstruction.
Okay, sorry, we just started, but if Trump has to start with, this is absolutely true, you know it's going to be wild.
Absolutely true. Biden is guilty of obstruction. 1,850 boxes unchecked, many found in Chinatown, heavy on classified documents. He has been totally uncooperative, won't show the documents under any circumstances, and is fighting like hell. I very simply went by the Presidential Records Act. Very importantly, it was designed and written for this purpose. Have a right to declassify and did absolutely nothing wrong, but was purposely given by the DOJ and Biden, a Trump-hating prosecutor, Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can.
Why is he talking in the third person like that?
To hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser of our people in order to obstruct and interfere with the 2020 presidential election. That's why they're doing it. We're leading by a lot in the polls. If I weren't, I believe it would all stop. Or if I weren't running, I believe it would all stop immediately. But that's not going to happen. The public will not stand for this unequal treatment. Joe Biden is guilty. I am not at all. Thank you very much.
The words of an innocent man. Wow. So he is projecting, and lying, now accusing Biden of obstruction. This is an obvious recognition on his part of what makes his case more severe than Biden's. That's why he's trying to throw it as an accusation Biden's way, because Trump was the one who had his lawyers lie to authorities and say they didn't have any more classified documents when they did. He was the one who for months and months refused to comply, while Biden immediately turned his documents over and has been complying with the entire process, despite Trump, in the video we just watched, bizarrely fabricating facts to say otherwise. And importantly, Biden is being investigated for his documents situation. Overwhelmingly, I've seen almost entirely everyone I'm aware of, the sentiment on the left being, hey, investigate Biden's mishandling of classified documents. If there's wrongdoing there, hold him accountable legally. Also investigate Trump and do the same. Don't falsely equivocate and don't distort the facts. But yeah, investigate them both. Both Trump and MAGA's answer, though, is lock Biden up for something that is far less severe than what dear leader Trump did, and don't hold Trump accountable. He's totally innocent. Something strange about that. The other thing he said there was once again pushing the idea that the federal investigation into him by Jack Smith is election interference. It's something we've heard from him multiple times now, and it's really dangerous, trying to frame all of these investigations into him as another stealing of the election, this time the 2024 election. In 2020, he lost and told everyone it was the big massive dumps of ballots and dead voters and the Dominion voting systems. And in 2024, if he loses, he will likely say all of that, maybe come up with some new tales, and also add that the Democrats coordinated a bunch of investigations to steal the election from him. And it's really dangerous because truly, no matter how much evidence is provided, no matter what comes out of the investigatory process or the prosecution, his followers will just believe it was all the Democrats framing him. And Now, the larger the stack of his legal troubles get, seemingly the more their belief on this is confirmed. Instead of looking at all these investigations federally in Georgia and Manhattan and thinking, maybe he's just been involved in a lot of illegal wrongdoing, they'll instead think, see, this is what Trump warned us about. This is the election interference that we were prepared for. It's really unfortunate. And he's setting up a dangerous situation if he loses in 2024, because we've seen what lies like this can produce. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel.